Alright guys, welcome back. So now it's time for us to, now that we have the inside all reinforced with the fiberglass mat, it's time for us to start working on the outside finish. So this is probably going to be my least favorite part to do because I hate sanding, especially fiberglass. But what we're going to do first is try to get rid of this flange completely. And then just smooth out any rough spots. I got some along this edge on this part here, and this is just going to be some rough sandings, not to make it perfectly smooth, because what we're going to do is we're going to do a layer of Bondo and sand that. That's going to be our finished layer. I'm kind of debating whether to do the gel coat or to just go right to the Bondo, and the reason for that is just because it's so damn cold. And last time I did the gel coat and it was cold, it took a very long time to dry, especially certain spots. Certain areas dried up right away, other spots were like, it took a while. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said again, I'm gonna sand down all the rough spots, and I guess then I'll decide what to do. I might also not trim this flange now, because that might be a good stopping spot for the gel coat, and so that then when I trim it off, I trim it all on one shot and I make it all smooth. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, let's get these sanded and move on to the next step. Okay, so I got the parts all sanded, and I trimmed the flange off all of these, and I tried to grind it down the smooth as possible. Again, this is gonna have a top coat of Bondo where I'm gonna kind of fill in all the low spots and kind of get everything nice and even. Overall, again, I have some trouble areas in these corners that I'm gonna need to correct with the Bondo. Same thing for the side pods here that will kind of sit here when it's with the door shut line. These are some of the trouble spots here and here, but so I was debating whether or not to do the gel coat or just go right to the Bondo. What I think I'm gonna do is, again, and the reason why I'm kind of debating what to do is just because it's so damn cold, but I'm gonna try the gel coat one more time. I'm gonna give it one more shot. I know that last time I think maybe some of the issues I had was, even though I had a cup with measurements, because the gel coat is white, if it kind of like, if you tilt the cup and it'll show a false reading, like it'll like when you look on the outside, it'll look like it's got X amount of ounces, may actually have less or more. So what I'm gonna do this time is just be a little bit more careful when I pour the gel coat into my measuring cup. And I also have this heat lamp. It's really a work lamp, but it does generate some heat above the part to see if that will help to get it to cure correctly. And since I'm gonna have to do Bondo on top of that anyway, I figure that might be a good way to just smooth out some of the texture from the fiberglass cloth before I move on to the Bondo. So at least give me a pretty smooth surface, or pretty close to smooth, so that when I put the layer of Bondo, it won't be that bad. So that's gonna be the next step. First, I'm gonna have to put some tape on this piece of board so that it doesn't stick, and then we could go ahead and mix our gel coat and start applying it. Alright guys, so I got the gel coat on there. Went on pretty smoothly. I mean, this stuff always goes on nicely. It's just now that I've had a chance to work with it, the problem is just the curing. So you know, let's hope that it cures hard and quick. So so I got the one side here, and the other side's already done. I have it up here. Waiting for that to cure. So in any case, I think I'm gonna leave this video here because obviously I can't go any further at this point, and I'm just gonna turn on that heat lamp. I'm not gonna have it's important to not try to cure these with heat, because that could cause adverse effects. So the heat lamp is very far away, and it's just a very subtle, it's just to keep a little bit of light on it. I'm thinking the UV light also helps to cure, I'm not sure, but that's the way I'm gonna go. Also, you might have seen that when I was mixing up the clear coat, I was kind of like I didn't count drops. I just poured some of this in there. The reason was this time I measured a full pint, and it says that you could do 2 tablespoons per pint, and if you hold this container upside down, he actually has teaspoons. It actually has the measurement for teaspoons. So I basically just squeezed the bottle until it went down to the two of these lines. So I didn't notice that the first time, but so again, this is where I'm going to leave it, and hopefully this will cure quickly. If it doesn't, what I'm probably going to do is do a video on something else, just as a filler, so that I still keep up with posting something every week. But thank you again for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think this is a cool project, or if you got any suggestions. Remember, I'm no expert, so I like to get your feedback whenever I can. Thanks again for watching.
Ryan Little.